Good evening and welcome. You're watching Breaking Views, the show where we get you all the views so that you can perhaps get the complete picture. But as far as the Maharashtra saga is concerned, you know, this is home to Bollywood, and what is happening for the past 8-9 days is nothing short of a Bollywood blockbuster, a political thriller, a political saga, Sarkar Raj, if you will. And each and every move over the past 8 days has been reckoned as a masterstroke. So how many masterstrokes in Maharashtra politics, we ask? It all started when Shinde decided to leave Maharashtra and go where? Go to Surat. That was called a masterstroke. Then the masterstroke when Shinde decided to go to Guwahati. Then another masterstroke was called when a late night meeting happened on a Saturday in Vadodara. That was also called a masterstroke. Uddhav Thackeray's move to disqualify his 16 MLAs was also called a masterstroke. Knocking on the Supreme Court's door was also called a masterstroke. Uddhav Thackeray's late night resignation was also called a masterstroke, and a quick offer where there would be a quick offer and a quick swearing in. Eknath Shinde will be the chief minister. Even that was a masterstroke. And by the evening, Mr. Nadda said that Devendra Fadnavis should be deputy chief minister. Now, how many things are we going to call a masterstroke? That is the question that we are asking. And is this a saga of many masterstrokes going terribly wrong? And imagine, if this is a case of Mr. Fadnavis sulking, then how strong really is this new alliance and by extension, this new Sarkar? Let me now quickly introduce our guest. Sanjay Nirupam, Senior Congress Leader, is with us. Clyde Trasto, Spokesperson of the NCP. Abhishek Mishra, Leader of the BJP. Sanjay Gupta, Leader of the Shiv Sena. And PKD Nambiar, Political Analyst, supports the BJP. I want to begin with you, Sanjay Gupta. And I want to ask you, yes, you claim, or your faction, the Uddhav Thackeray faction, claims that you were ditched by your own. But having said that, मैं आपसे ये जानना चाहता हूं कि अब आपके जो लोग गए हैं और जिस तरीके से बड़े नाटकीय रूप से एक आदमी मुख्यमंत्री बना, एकनाथ शिंदे, और उसके बाद अब देवेंद्र फडणवीस जो है वो डेप्यूटी चीफ मिनिस्टर बन गए, इसको आप किस तरीके से देखते हैं?
वैसे तो देखिए, वैसे मुझे बताने की इसमें जरूरत नहीं होनी चाहिए। देवेंद्र फडणवीस अगर डिप्टी सीएम बने हैं तो इन सब पीछे के परिदृश्य का क्या आकलन है, ये शायद मुझे अपने मुंह से नहीं कहना चाहिए। लेकिन फिर भी मैं यही कहूँगा कि शिवसेना की सरकार बनी है और शिवसेना की मुख्यमंत्री बने हैं, और शिवसेना ने हमेशा ये चाहा, बाला साहब ने हमेशा ये चाहा कि महाराष्ट्र के अंदर एक शिवसैनिक मुख्यमंत्री बने और शिवसेना का मुख्यमंत्री हो। शिवसेना ने हमेशा ये चाहा कि देश के अंदर बीजेपी की सरकार हो और प्रदेश के अंदर शिवसेना की सरकार हो। तो शिवसेना एक ही है, शिवसेना दो नहीं है, और किसी शिवसैनिक का मुख्यमंत्री बनना ये शिवसेना के लिए सम्मान की बात है, शिवसेना के लिए स्वाभिमान की बात है।
Sanjay Nirupam is going to join us in just a short moment. Clyde Trasto. Sanjay Nirupam is with us, I am being told. Mr. Nirupam, how do you look at this? What exactly do you think has happened? Can we safely conclude that Mr. Fadnavis is unhappy in this new Sarkar?
I don't know whether he is happy or unhappy, but the whole decision is really surprising for everyone. We all were surprised to know that Mr. Panelist should not take over as chief minister, and instead of him, Eknath Shinde is going to be installed as the chief minister. And somehow I feel that this is a trap for Shiv Sena, because outgoing chief minister Shri Uddhav Thackeray ji was telling for last 2-3 days or for last couple of days in all his Facebook live address to Maharashtra in his Marathi language that कि बाला साहब अगर होते तो बहुत अच्छा लगता अगर कोई शिव सैनिक चीफ मिनिस्टर बनता, और मुझे लगता है भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने वही खेल खेल दिया। अब ये महज एक खेल है छोटा सा या एक लंबा चौड़ा प्लान है, प्रोग्राम है, ये आने वाले दिनों में समझ में आएगा क्या पूरी बीजेपी को एक शिंदे के कंट्रोल में, शिंदे के नेतृत्व में लाने का कुछ ऐसा कोई प्लान है क्या? I just don't know, but everything is just surprising. And after that, the way Mr. Fadnavis was asked to take over as Deputy Chief Minister, that was more surprising for everybody in Maharashtra. And somehow it looks like that there is something going on in BJP also, some internal political equation जो बीजेपी के अंदर है, उसका भी इस पूरे आज के जो ओथ टेकिंग सेरेमनी है उससे ऐसा लग रहा है.
Okay, Clive Trasto, what about you? What is the NCP's reading? You know what has happened? The series of masterstrokes, one after the other. This also masterstroke, that also. I don't know what should be called masterstroke and what shouldn't.
Well, too many masterstrokes for anybody's liking, you know. So, let me put it this way. You know, I feel bad for Devendra Fadnavis today. Devendra Fadnavis ji, I mean, you know, his party workers and his leaders around him in the last 10-15 days, whether it was the Vidhan Parishad election or the Rajya Sabha election, and the way things panned out, they were trying to, you know, portray him as a larger-than-life figure in Maharashtra politics, and they called him Chanakya. A lot of things they were called. And today, for him to sit and announce, Mr. Shinde as the chief minister, you could feel that there's some pain coming out, you know. And then there was this talk about, probably he doesn't want to take a chance again because he's still not sure whether 40 of those MLAs, the dissident chiefs and MLAs that are now in Goa, are actually all on his side. So he didn't probably want to take a chance, and one side he becomes CM, and again, what happened 2.5 years ago could be repeated. And then what becomes worse for him is that he's asked to actually, follow a diktat. Actually, it is a diktat. We're trying to say that, he's been a very loyal party worker and he's followed it and all that. And if he had to follow, they would have told him to do it in the first place. I mean, he goes on record on television across the country and says that I'm only going to support from outside the government, not be a part of it. And then to get a diktat, to be a deputy chief minister, I don't know who's played the masterstroke on him. So all these calls for a lot of...
Okay, one more, Mr. Clive Trasto, if you allow me. Mr. Deepak Kesarkar is a rebel Shiv Sena MLA, is now on the phone line with us. Mr. Kesarkar, good evening and thank you for speaking to NDTV. My first question to you, Mr. Kesarkar, is this. Was this planned or is this unplanned? How can you have an alliance that is announced where Mr. Shinde is declared the chief minister and you have Mr. Fadnavis who says, no, I'll not be a part of this government, and then the central leadership has to say, no, be a part of this government?
That he has told that he will support the government from outside, but he could have been there. But the central authorities, when they decide, I think Honorable PM has also spoken to him. He is a very positive leader, and when he is into the ministry, I'm sure that is beneficial for the state. I worked under him for 5 years. When, in addition to CM, he used to have the portfolio of home. That time I had worked with him, and I think that his entry into the ministry will make the government more stable, and it would work better.
No, you're saying his entry will make it more stable. I want to know from you, how did this twist and turn happen? I mean, I would want to understand from you, were you aware that Mr. Shinde is going to be chief minister?
No, actually we had this.
No, Mr. Kesarkar, I'm asking you, were you aware that Mr. Shinde is going to be the chief minister? Let me see if I can...
Hello. Sorry. I have read the praise that I'm holding. Please tell me.
No, my question was, were you aware that Mr. Shinde is going to be the chief minister? Was that your demand?
No. It was our MLAs were demanding, but we had given all powers to him. Whatever post he want to accept, he should accept. And we never expected that, because BJP being a larger party and having 106 MLAs in Maharashtra Legislative Assembly, we were of the opinion
No, so you're saying your MLAs demanded that Shinde be made chief minister?
No, it is his wish. No, whenever our leader is there, everybody wishes that he should become a CM. But that is a wish, not compulsion.
Okay, here is
It was
another follow-up
quite
question.
Unexpected.
Here is another follow-up question. Do you think that had the BJP done exactly this 2.5 years ago, you would have been one happy family? Mr. Uddhav Thackeray would have been Chief Minister. You would have been part of BJP alliance.
That is true. But this time, Durust time, in the state. So, what happened is
No, Mr. Kesarkar, do you feel that the foundations of this new alliance are weak because you have a situation where a possibly sulking person is the Deputy Chief Minister?
Can you repeat the question?
I'm saying that with the Devendra Fadnavis, who was a Chief Minister of Maharashtra, now he has been made or been asked to be a Deputy Chief Minister. Do you think these are weak foundations of a new formed alliance?
No, it is not like that, because he has a lot of experience and he shares very good coordination with Mr. Shinde. So I don't think there will be any problem.
I have Mr. Arvind Sawant also with me.
A message to the people of Maharashtra that Babasaheb Thackeray wish to make Shiv Sainik the CM of Maharashtra is fulfilled.
No, exactly. And that is my point. Arvind Sawant is also with. Arvind Sawant, I want to ask you, had the BJP done exactly the same thing 2.5 years ago, you would have all been in an alliance. After all, this is exactly what Shiv Sena asked for.
Definitely would have been. That was the question I raised when I saw that they are making Eknath Shinde as the chairman. We would have welcomed this. I was the man who was asked to resign. I resigned for them. I resigned from them. The Honorable Uddhav Thackeray was continuously pursuing that. Arvindji asked them about the 2.5 years chief ministership. I had been to some of the leaders. I won't quote the name if the situation arises. I will quote the name of the leader of the BJP to whom I approached. And I told them it is the message of the Honorable Uddhav that he is not asking for anything. He is asking for 2.5 years for the chief ministership of Shiv Sena. If you kindly grant it, either first or second, whatever it may be. And if you want that, if it is our first term, I am ready to submit a resignation of the date on which the 2.5 years will be completed. It was the assurance given by Uddhav Thackeray. I took it and conveyed it to the leader of BJP party. BJP was denied. They denied it. They said, Arvindji, it was not accepted. Arvindji said, I have not said like this. And this is what has created a problem. Had it been done and done only, the situation which is arising today.
So you're saying at that point, the BJP was rigid, and now it is exhibiting a certain amount of flexibility, which had it done 2.5 years ago, this problem would not have arisen.
Definitely. I say it on record.
Do you have a bit of an advice for Mr.
It has been said by even Uddhav Thackeray.
Mr. Sawant,
while addressing to us,
Mr. Sawant,
the same thing.
Would you have some advice for Mr. Deepak Kesarkar, who seems to be entering into this new alliance with absolutely wobbly foundation? Mr. Deepak Kesarkar, you heard Mr. Arvind Sawant. You heard Mr. Arvind Sawant, who said that this is exactly what we demanded. Now, under these situations, under these circumstances, the BJP has agreed. But you feel this should have been done 2.5 years ago?
What's the use of it now talking like this? Our own man has left us. Look at the discipline of BJP. Hello, are you listening to me?
Yes, I am listening to you, Mr. Sawant. Please carry on.
Look at the discipline of BJP. An hour ago, Devendra Fadnavis came on a channel. in a press conference. He stated that I will not be the part of this government. I will not participate as a minister in this government. And I would, if at all any responsibility is given to me, I would love to be the the president of the state president of the BJP party. I would like to function as that only. And within half an hour, Honorable J.P. Nadda ji, who is the president of BJP, advised go and join the Congress, the government, take a vote as a deputy chief minister. And I think then Honorable PM also called him. I don't know exactly whether he has called it or not. Whatever it may be, the instructions given by the Honorable President of the Bharatiya Janata Party was honored by Devendra Fadnavis when he was a Chief Minister earlier. He honored it and accepted it and took a oath as a Deputy Chief Minister. That's called discipline.
Mr. Samant,
That's
Mr.
called
Samant, I just
loyalty.
want to
That's
ask you this
called
question.
loyalty.
Having
That's
done
called
business,
loyalty.
Mr. Samant, having done business with the BJP for many decades in the Shiv Sena, what is your assessment about this brand new alliance which the BJP has formed right now?
I don't know. It is they are masters of conspiracy.
Okay.
There must be some ideas in their mind. Who knows what jugglery they can play? We are observing it. The other day we said it. All the four pillars of this country are shattering now. The constitution, four pillars of the country are shattering. I'm telling you. I have said it on record in the parliament also. Right, in the parliament I said it. This is what is happening. Look at the orders given by the honorable courts, how they are doing. Look at the institutions of the government which are being misused to lure the people or to threat the people to join the party. And once they join the party, how the cases are being removed. All these things are happening right now in this country, whether it is not true that the democracy is shattering.
All right. Mr. Samant, many thanks for joining us. Many thanks for joining us. Let me quickly go back to Clyde Trasto. Sorry, Mr. Trasto, you were saying.
Well, I mean, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
No, all I was saying was, I was feeling bad for Mr. Fadnavis, the way they pictured him as a big hero and a larger-than-life leader. Probably that went against him. But, the point that you've been raising that, what if we have a sulking Mr. Devendra Fadnavis in this government? Now, that's a very important issue. This is something that people in the BJP and the people in the Mr. Shinde camp will have to worry about in the future. I mean, we know how good he is as a politician. We know what his thought process is. So if he begins to sulk, then I don't know what will happen with this government. That's something that we will have to wait and watch. But this is something like I was listening to Mr. Samant and Mr. Kesarkar, if they had said yes this before. So that just shows that there was some substance to that 2.5 year, kind of arrangement that they had spoken about. And now to give it back to Mr. Shinde for another 2.5 years, it's just that they wanted to bring this government down and they wanted to play their cards, and that's what is happening. Was this, everything is unraveling out in a slowly.
Was this, Mr. PKD Nambiar, more about ego than, pursuing the government? Well, was this more of an ego battle? Uddhav Thackeray, how dare he leave the BJP? How dare he demand to be the chief minister? We will not give him. We will not budge. And now 2.5 years later, let's put Uddhav Thackeray down. Let us compromise our own chief ministerial face. Get Mr. Shinde to be chief minister. Our own CM face can be deputy CM. Just to put Uddhav Thackeray down in his place.
Well, Sanket, from the last couple of days, we have been discussing about all these different
master strokes.
Maybe different master strokes.
Everything is master stroke. Sir.
On the other day, you were also even mentioning me that बड़ा हंसी आ रहा है, बड़ा मजा आ रहा है ना ये जो चलते हुए. All those maja, all the Bollywood dramas are over now. And in the case of Uddhav Thackeray, on a serious note,
are you sure it is over? The way I look at it, I am not calling it the end.
No,
I don't think this is over.
Today, I know that so many panelists. I will only make 3 points quickly. One, the Uddhav Thackeray has digged his own grave. No Operation Lotus, no Hawala, nothing. It's all been proved right now. All those discussions we all were having had gone, were just a wastage of time or your air time. The next part is that beware. And I'm telling you on this 8:30 that beware. All the political family companies now needs to be double careful that this country will not be run by family parties anymore. The next one is going to be the NCP. NCP is going to have a rebellion soon that the family of Sharad Pawar family will not be there. This is going to be in the Dravidian parties in some of the South Indian states. So the parties which needs to have an internal democracy, it started with Congress, even though Congress could not really come out of that despite the Chandan Shibar. But I think the family politics needs to go. parties should have internal democracy. The second part which I wanted to make is that today a different kind of politics is shown, the maturity of leadership by the BJP leaders, and Devendra Fadnavis as like a very, very foot soldier of the party and a loyal worker. He agreed to become even a deputy chief minister. I think kudos to his leadership, kudos to the leadership of BJP. And without even having
clear,
like
but with a fair degree of drama playing out, because I refuse to believe. Mr. Abhishek Mishra, I refuse to believe that these decisions were not taken in advance. And after the announcement, the senior leadership had to request Agra to Mr. Devendra Fadnavis that you become deputy chief minister. It does not work like that in your party, and you know it, Mr. Abhishek.
See, Sanket,
so clearly he was upset.
The Prime Minister has already congratulated Eknath Shinde, saying that he's a grassroots leader who has worked for many years and has a lot of administrative and technical and political experience. So BJP as a whole supports Eknath Shinde, Chief Minister of Maharashtra. And with regards to Devendra Fadnavis, our national president, once he said that Mr. Devendra will be deputy CM, Mr. Devendra has taken the oath as deputy CM. So I think it's a very simple and settled manner that the whole of BJP supports Eknath Shinde as Chief Minister. Prime Minister himself has said that. They acknowledge Eknath Shinde's wide experience in politics. And Devendra Fadnavis, as a tall leader of the Bharatiya Janata Party, has become a deputy chief minister, and that also Amit Shah ji, Nadda ji, they all of the view. So I think it's a very simple political matter of Eknath Shinde and Devendra Fadnavis ji, both of them working together for the interest of Maharashtra and welfare of the people of Maharashtra.
I want to come back to Sanjay Nirupam. Mr. Nirupam, where does
Can I make a point?
Sorry? Yeah, but Mr. Clyde, I'll come back to you. First, Mr. Nirupam. Mr. Nirupam, if you can hear me, my question to you is, do you feel that a new alliance has been forged on weak ground or with one person sulking, and this could perhaps lead to further disturbance and a very shaky alliance? If Maharashtra Vikas Aghadi was called unstable and unholy, then how stable is this going to be? I am sure, pretty sure, the manner in which things are happening, an attempt will be made to appropriate the legacy of Bal Thackeray. How successful can they be?
See, I just don't know whether Mr. Fadnavis is sulking or not sulking. That is his problem, his party's internal issue. But one thing I can tell you for sure, that no coalition government in our country is stable. Particularly these MLAs who are the rebel MLAs of Shiv Sena, almost they are 39 or 40, 39 I suppose. They have rebelled from their original party, and how dependable they are going to be in the future as far as the government is concerned, I'm not sure. First point. Second point, BJP is the larger party, bigger party, and as a matter of fact, Shinde is the chief minister with the support of BJP. Now, BJP will try its best, but BJP पूरी कोशिश करेगी कि ज्यादा से ज्यादा जो गवर्नेंस का शेयर है, गवर्नेंस का जो क्रेडिट है, शेयर या श्रेय है, वो सब कुछ बीजेपी को मिले. तो आने वाले दिनों में I don't think that Maharashtra is going to get a stable government and we will be able to watch political stability in Maharashtra politics.
Okay.
I don't think so. It is going to be again a very unstable government, and again it is going to be a complete anarchy or instability as far as Maharashtra politics is concerned.
Last comment to Mr. Clyde, because a comment was made on the breaking or the fragmentation of the NCP.
Well, Sanket, I heard that, but I don't believe in astrology and I wouldn't want to reply to an astrologer. So that's okay. Well, I wanted to talk to you about what drama that you were talking about. I'll tell you something very honestly. If Devendra Fadnavis ji was made the chief minister today, probably this drama would have ended. And having said that also, him giving the chief ministership to Mr. Shinde, probably drama was like somewhere there. But the fact that he's made the deputy chief minister of Maharashtra, I think the drama will unfold, because this is the interval, and usually in a movie, the action begins after the interval. So I think I think Devendra Fadnavis
Picture abhi baki hai.
Devendra Fadnavis made the deputy CM as the interval part.
Let
and now
us
the
not
action is going to
make
begin.
the mistake of thinking that this is the end. As Mr. Clyde says, Maharashtra picture abhi baki hai. Extremely dramatic, but thank you very much. We will wait for the next episode of this web series. Thank you very much. Good night and good luck.